Are we ready? Are we going? Okay, yay, we're
so.
going. Okay. All right. Hello, FlossTube. This is Cathy, the hands-on designer, and
Bill, Mr. HOD.
you always say that so tentatively, like, don't they know who I am by now?
I'm still that guy.
That guy.
It shows up occasionally.
You're more than that guy. So, well, cheers. It's Friday evening when we're filming this. We're having a little happy hour. Cheers. What are you drinking?
It is from Brickway Brewery in Omaha. It's a juicy IPA.
Ooh, can I smell? I have to smell.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to taste. Got a little foam. Ooh, I like that. A lot of bite. Ooh, a lot of bite. Okay. I'm having a grapefruit tangerine margarita. Also cheers. So also a little bite. We are using and want to say thank you to with our little new coasters. They're like cork, which is really super cool. And she, this is from Carol Victory in Indianapolis. Thank you, Carol. And she said she couldn't have just sent me one, so she made one for Bill too. So
That's very nice.
your first gift. Well, okay.
It was very nice.
Anyway, so cheers, yay. Also, just a few other little fun mail things. Nancy, who works at Fancy Works in, oh my goodness, Indiana. Okay, it's been a long, short week. This has been about the longest, shortest week ever, I think. And we're both tired. So, thunderstorms last night. Dog didn't do well.
That did not help.
Yeah. But she sent me some, she knows I like doing my nails. So she sent me some of these, like, I guess you kind of Color Street nails, you apply them, and they've got flamingos on them. So thank you, Nancy, very much. Appreciate that. Other fun, cute little things in the mail. Every once in a while, I just like to give a, I guess I'm giving a plug. I don't know. Why not? I am a member of the, and I think I'm a charter member maybe, of the Color and Cotton Thread Club. I get the primitive neutral colors. I got you could do brights, you could do neutrals. And so I got my new colors. Aren't those pretty? And she just does a lovely job. I love her skeins. They're 8 yards, so plenty of yardage for projects and things like that. So anyway, so thanks, Angela. And then this is a little late since 4th of July was last week, but this is the Summer Sizzle Button Lovers Club. There's all kinds of fun buttons in there. I am not going to pull them all out.
Don't.
But just look at the, ooh, and I just love the sound they all make. There's handmade in there, hand dyed in there. There's letter buttons. I think this one spells out Sizzle.
I think so.
Yeah. And then they do kind of a layered button. That's in there, very nice. Always can have nice to have some patriotic buttons handy. This is, of course, from my friends at Just Another Button Company, another club type thing. And I don't know if it opened today, but check their website, check their Instagram, check their, they're doing a fun little pop-up shop with beachy themes. That's beachy themes. God, don't say that too fast. After resting beach face, and we had to learn to say that a lot slower too. But anyway, they're doing beach themes, and it includes a chart I did for them a while ago. It says roll with it, but it was a fun one to do. And I remember when I kind of got the inspiration in my head. I was actually visiting their offices and they were dyeing beach theme buttons, like and there was this huge Rubbermaid tote of buttons. And I was like, I think I actually said it out loud, like, oh my God, I could just like put my feet in that. I didn't. You did not get my...
No.
If you're looking at your old buttons going, I don't know. I didn't. I said I could. Anyway, so that was kind of where that design idea came from. And so they've got a few other really cute projects to have that's going to be in their pop-up shop. So make sure you pop over
That was from back when they started the button club, isn't it?
Yeah, that was, it's been around a while, but I just think I love the message, roll with it. I love the theme, of course, beach. I love the colors, turquoise and white, with a little touch of wool, the whole mixed media. That's my shtick. I love it. So anyway, fun mail lately. So we're going to push that out of the way. We have a lot here to show and share.
We need a bigger table.
We do need a bigger table. We are downstairs tonight. We're not in the kitchen. We just kind of decided, I think we're going to grill out something because it's just easy and like probably just throw it on the grill. And I mean, there's no real recipe there. So we'll have something next time. We'll do that. So now we're just going to have, cocktails. So anyway, couple little things I want to just talk about before we get into new releases, because we've got 3 new releases shipping to shops next week. I've been advertising. I've been showing them on my social pages, Instagram and Facebook and in the Facebook groups. And but I did want to mention too, the newsletter that went out last week. I did mention that one of my older charts. You want to hold that one? This is Grandma's Garden. That's one of the pieces in it. And then this is, let me make sure I'm holding it the right way. This is the other piece, Grandma's Garden. This one says, Love Blooms in Grandma's Garden. And this one says, It's Always Spring in Grandma's Garden. This is a chart pack. And as I said, it's been out for probably about 6-ish years, something like that. It does include the piece of Weeks Dye Works wool, the hand-dyed trims, that's rickrack and twill, and the buttons as well. So it does not include the little Made with Love button, but those I think you can order those pretty easily. But just real pretty soft color palette. I did this a number of years ago. It was kind of an ode to my 2 grandmas. You can hold it down so they can see your face if you want. I always feel like you're hiding. But kind of an ode to my 2 grandmas. I had a country grandma and a city grandma, and there's a little story inside the chart about the 2 grandmas. And actually on the cover, you'll see some hat pins in this pillow, and those were actually my city grandma's hat pins.
That's right. Yeah.
So yeah, remember when
I forgot about those.
I couldn't,
because every once in a while the hat pins would go missing.
Yeah.
Where are the hat pins?
I know, and I would freak out, and because I think I took them to market. And I'm like, those can't sit out at market. No. They're my grandma's. And then I think one night we were tearing the house apart because I couldn't remember where I put them. And I kind of don't remember where I put them now, but I know they're in a safe place. I just can't think of that safe place. And I promise I'm not going to tear the house apart to look for them.
They're in that safe place. You have no idea where it is.
Yeah.
So you won't lose them.
Yeah, but they're there.
You might not find them, but you're not going to lose them either.
So the reason why this is on sale on the website right now, because what we're doing is a lot of some of the older charts where we have all these little findings and whatnot that we have to continually order in, it gets a little hard because sometimes sources dry up or dye lots change or whatever. So what we thought we would do is sell out of what we have, hard copies, and then the chart itself isn't going to go away. There's a download section on the website, and we're just going to make the chart available download because it's still a sweet little chart. And I had fun with this is probably one of my first real forays into like a lot of mixed media in my finishing. And like I said, wool is Weeks Dye Works. This was what? From the Cauldron. I don't know if she's dyeing all that stuff anymore. And then these are, I think they were from JABCO, but it might have been still Hill Creek at the time. I think it was still Hill Creek. See, companies change and whatever, and it just gets hard to source these things, and we're just going to go with that.
Still be available download.
Yeah, exactly. And this one was kind of fun, and we're going to talk about it a little more with one of the new releases. I kind of did this like a make-do finish. This is an old East Side molding frame, it was actually white, and I didn't want it to be white for the finish. And I don't know, I was kind of looking like, well, how did I want to finish this? I wanted it to be a slightly bigger piece. So I added, that's just fabric at the bottom. And then I did a little blanket stitch here. It's just a sweet little gingham. It kind of reminds me of some dresses I had when I was a little girl, you know, the little gingham dresses. And then I actually just kind of dry brushed a very pale pink on top of the white frame. And I just thought it kind of antiqued it a little bit. It made it look a little more vintage. It just kind of pulled it all together. So this one will actually, when it's kind of done, like it's not gonna go out on trunk shows, I have a sweet little spot for it to go with some of my other grandma memorabilia, shall we say. But anyway, so it's Grandma's Garden. You can get it on sale on the website right now. So when they're gone, like for the hard copy with all the doodads that come with it, but then download after that. So yay, so announcement there. Sorry, I made a list. There's a lot to talk about. Okay, tomato. I am not showing the piece. Number one, I want to say a huge thanks. A lot of stitchers are really enjoying that one. Some have gotten it. Some have not gotten it yet. They're waiting with bated breath. I promise it's coming. If you ordered one, you will get one.
Yep. They are working diligently, very hard.
I've been talking with Trish. She owns Attic Heirlooms almost like every day. Well, not lately because I'm trying to not bug her, but just making sure she's getting more supplies in from Weeks Dye Works. She is dyeing the wool that's included in the kit. Just all the little extra supplies. She's working as soon as stuff comes. She is getting kits shipped out. And she also has the rest of her business to run too. So that was through the Homespun Needlework Cross Stitch and Samplers group, Facebook group on Facebook. The chart was available for a limited period of time, and that window is now closed. So thank you to everybody who did order and fell in love with tomato. And the reason why I'm saying it like that is because I had fun. I took a few liberties with the spelling. Let's see, it's a fun group. So even if you haven't heard of this chart or you haven't heard of the group, do join. It's a nice Facebook group. It's very positive, very upbeat, lots of beautiful stitching, lots of beautiful finishing.
From all kinds of designers.
Yeah, and the whole point of the group is she pairs designers with shop owners and then offers some special kits. And that mine just happened to be the tomato.
And that's Julie.
Yes, Julie it's her group. And I know she's got some other designers coming up yet this year, and she was even kind of announcing who's going to be on the slate for the coming years, which is really kind of fun. So anyway, I would like to, I know I've said it before, but I do want to kind of give a shout out to Julie to say thank you for inviting me to be in the group and to offer up a fun kit. I really had so much fun designing tomato. I just love the play on words, and sometimes I get a little concerned that I'm laughing at my own jokes too much and nobody else is.
And the reception from stitchers was fantastic.
Yeah,
it was really neat.
I'm so thrilled. Yeah. And to Trish, who owns Attic Heirlooms, huge thanks, because wow, this is, I really felt guilty. Like I shipped her the charts and she, it's kind of like, I'm done. You're up. And so that was kind of funny, but I'm laughing. She's probably not. But I know she's working really hard. And thank you to Stitchers for your warm reception with it, and also your patience. For those of you who are still waiting for the kit, you will get the kit. Anyway, so there we go. I just kind of wanted to give just a little shout out to Tomato. If you're not knowing what I'm talking about, watch a couple episodes ago. I think when oh, you're gonna pull the shade down. Yeah, we're in a new location. Like I said, not too much. That's good. Yeah, the sun's going down, and
it bounces off the table right into my eyes.
Oh yeah, we don't want that. So, but okay, where was I? Okay. Oh, guess where we're gonna be next week?
Road trip.
We are going to be in Blue Earth, and I have to say it that way because there's a funny story behind it. Blue Earth, Minnesota. I'm gonna get all kinds of trouble for that.
Stop.
I was born in Minnesota.
I know.
But anyway, so we are gonna be in Blue Earth at Welcome Stitchery. So this is a new old shop. Welcome Stitchery used to be a shop in Illinois, and Justine, who is from Blue Earth, was on a road trip with a friend, going to stitching shops and whatnot, and popped into the shop and really enjoyed it, and was kind of commenting to her friend, gosh, I would love to own a shop like this someday. And the gal who was working, it was not the owner, it was one of her employees, said, well, shop is for sale, you know.
There is an opportunity.
Yes. And so they kind of went on their merry way, but apparently when she got home, that really stuck with her, and she ended up buying the shop, which is pretty cool. Actually, the first time we met her sort of person, you know, we saw her in video, was the Expo market, and it was so funny because behind her, she had like a wall of boxes behind her. All the inventory had just shown up from Illinois. And I was like, so when are you opening? Now. So I think she's kind of already open, maybe had like a soft open, but she's having an open house next weekend, Friday and Saturday in Blue Earth, Minnesota. Carolyn Manning, I think from Carolyn Manning Designs, or it might be CM Designs. She will be there as well because she lives really close. She lives in anyway, it's not important where she lives. She's very close.
Yeah, she's.
But Mankato, that's it.
Okay.
It was I wanted to go the place, you know, where Laura Ingalls Wilder used to go.
Yeah.
When they went to the big city. But no, so she's really close. So she's going to be there both days. So Friday and Saturday. So reason to stop by Friday too. We are not going to be up there until Saturday because, well, you have your day job. So anyway, so we're excited to just kind of get in the car and go.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
It'd be nice to
Blue Earth.
Nice to go.
Okay, so the funny thing is we've lived here a long time. However, when friends would talk about Blue Earth, I, in my head, was thinking, like they're saying Blue Earth, like one word. Like it was spelled BLEUWARTH or something like that. And then I was on a road trip with some friends, and we've passed this sign before because how many times have we gone up to Minneapolis for something? And I was probably talking to the kids in the backseat or something, you know, and I saw the sign that said Blue Earth, like 2 words. I was like, it was like one of those light bulb.
It was a revelation.
Okay, my friend that was with me in the car just had a good chuckle at me, so, and y'all are probably too. Anyway, but Blue Earth, that's where we'll be. I'm so looking forward to it.
Him too. It'll be a lot of fun.
You know, just get out of town.
See people.
Yeah, that's it right there. You said it. See people. We're going to hug and make it awkward.
I wasn't aware of that.
Okay, maybe you shouldn't.
I'll be in the car.
No, you won't. Anyway, no, it's going to be fun. I believe if I saw the little advertisement, I will post it this week on my social pages. Carolyn has designed a piece for the open house, which I have seen it, and it has something to do with the lakes of Minnesota, and I can't remember what it's called, but it was beautiful. Beautiful nice. Blues and oh, just very pretty. So make sure you check that out. I'm coming with a small trunk show. Unfortunately, my other trunk show got hijacked somewhere else. And that's okay. We're making good with it all.
It's going to work.
And, but fortunately, I have a lot of models, and we could pack up a secondary show, and I'll have everything that I'm showing today.
Yep.
So that's all good.
That's right. All the new stuff.
Yeah, all the new stuff. So that's Blue Earth next weekend. We'll be there all Saturday. So,
yep.
All right. So that's Welcome Stitchery. What else do we have? Galleria. I'll talk about that in a minute because I'll show my, well, should I just show it now? Mm-hmm. Okay. Galleria is on, yay, Needlework Galleria. And if you don't know what that is, it's in September. And it's a retail show in a hotel setting, much like Nashville Needlework Market, except it's retail, not wholesale, mm-hmm. and open to the public. Mm-hmm. It's in St. Charles, Missouri, at the Embassy Suites there. And it's such a fun time. We set up a suite, like a little pop-up shop kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And the whole floor has designers and shops. And I know, like, okay, we're going to be there. Fabrics by Stephanie is going to be there. Summer House Stitchworks, Ink Circles, Inspired Needle, because Cathy is the one that organizes the whole thing. Silver Needle, Lindy Stitches, mm-hmm. Lots of people. Boy. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm probably getting in big time trouble now for all the people I'm not mentioning, but
it's a great group.
It is. It's a fun. Bonnie Woomer, Nebby Needle, Janice Note, Noteworthy Needle. Okay, I'm gonna stop there before I get in more trouble. But anyway, so we have round robins and we have classes. Round robins is you sign up. You don't know what designer you're getting. We come in, there's usually 4 or 5 in the group, and we kind of come up with an exclusive little kit. And we come in, we get 10-15 minutes to give our spiel, talk to you about the kit, and pass out your kits. And it's kind of fun. So when you sign up, you're basically walking away with 4 or 5 kits. In most cases, mine are always complete kits, everything.
It's a neat
all
concept.
You need. So
works really well.
It is. Also teaching a class. So this is a class that I taught. Well, okay, it was my first retreat that got canceled in the pandemic. We went Zoom, mm-hmm. and so this is What's the Buzz? What's the buzz? Sorry, every time. So this is kind of just a fun piece, and we're not doing pre-stitching. I sort of changed the format of the class a little bit. So if you're coming to Galleria, Cathy has put up the sign-ups now for classes. So make sure you get in that. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed this piece. So we're going to do enough work to get you going. But we have so many kits, so many pre-work, so many things going out right now. I'm I can't do one. Cannot do. The reason why we're filming here and not in the studio is because you can't walk in the studio right now. It's a mess. We are getting everything, so many things prepped to go out the door. Anyway, so What's the Buzz? That's the class at Galleria. We also have Needlework Expo is the upcoming Nashville or market, mm-hmm. not Nashville, sorry. It's the online, it's the virtual market, mm-hmm. wholesale market that we did.
The second one. Yeah,
the second one. We did the first one last March and it went really well. Janice mm-hmm. is doing it again. Noteworthy Needle is the sponsor. She organizes everything, did a lovely job with it. And it was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. Designers are signing up. Go to the website. Make sure your designer's signed up. Make sure your shop is signed up. And so we'll have some fun new releases for that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very successful.
Yeah. And then let's see. I think any other class I'm teaching for the fall is booked. I can't remember where I'm going. Because like I said, we have been getting kits ready, left and right. Everybody worked today.
Now that the world is opening back up, it's a good thing.
Yes.
It's a great thing, actually.
We have had that discussion quite a bit mm-hmm. because my thought is whoa, everybody wants everything now. And it's good, but whoo, baby.
We're back at it, let me tell you.
So that's okay. That's the way I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and that's another song. I'm not singing that.
No, please don't. You have a wonderful voice, but no.
No, I don't. Anyway, okay, so new releases. I've got a new series, couple Halloween pieces. I'm mm-hmm. super excited about. So should we start with Fright This Way? Should we start with that?
Sure.
Okay. These are, I don't know how I didn't practice how I'm doing this. You want to show these 3? Okay. This is going to be a series of 9 ornaments over 3 charts, and I'm offering you 2 colorways. So the first one, and each chart is going to be a little themed. Okay, so this one is called Signs of the Season. How do you know it's Halloween? You read the sign. We've got Hocus Pocus, Trick or Treat, and Toil and Trouble. They are obviously all finished in the same shape. I'm going to have a word about that in a minute. And this is my favorite part. Oh, it's that spinning. There we go. Yay. Okay. So remember in Secret Santa when I had the little holly bead at the bottom? There you go. You're like the master spinner there. Justine the Button Company made the little holly bead at the bottom, and I told them I was doing this, and I said, do you think you could do a bat? And honestly, this is not how I intended to use them. This is sort of one of those, happy accidents. I can't stop. I just think they're hilarious, and I like the idea of just having something hanging out. What hangs out? Bats hang out.
They do.
So for this colorway, and I said 2 colorways, so I kind of did the more traditional, the chalky palette. Those are with crescent colors and the purple bat. And then, because I get a lot of requests, like, what other color can I put that on? Well, I don't know. What color do you want to put it on? That it's your vision. So I kind of thought I would do, I'm calling this prim. I don't like a primitive palette. I don't know. I wouldn't call it prim necessarily, but I did basically the same. It's the same design. Mm-hmm. Whereas this is on Charcoal Belfast. This is Zweigart Charcoal Belfast. This is on Weeks Gray 32 count, and the threads are all Weeks on this one. They are Classic Colorworks. There is 1 Weeks on this. Oh, see, I got a good spin on that bat.
Oh, look at that.
And then, oh yeah, and then Justine the Button Company did a black set of bats and a purple set of bats, just to kind of coordinate with each colorway. And then if you change colors, you've got a choice there too. Mm-hmm. I just think they're a lot of fun. You notice they're flat finished. Now, you are going to notice that they have a rather distinct shape. Mm-hmm. All right, so a couple things about that. These are just flat finished, just a nice simple little ornament flat finish. This was originally meant to be a class. Okay, before I get into that, I am going to do a tutorial. Mm-hmm. There is a link in the chart that takes you to a private page on my website. Okay, if you're going to skim down through tutorials, you will not find it. This will be a link within the chart to get you to the templates for them, and also talking about how we finish how you lace finish when you have a shaped board like that. The reason why, okay.
Because it originally was a class.
It was a class. I've taught this on a couple occasions, and every time I would post or somebody would post, I got like a flurry of emails. Are you going to ever release that? Yep. Now. So these were the original class pieces. You got that one? Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's the one you recognize. These I'll talk about in a second. But you'll notice they have 3 very distinct shapes. This is the same shape as what I showed you. This is more of a chevron-y type thing. And that one actually has the shape of a jar. And that was the whole point of that particular class, mm-hmm. was learning how to flat finish on a shaped mat mm-hmm. board. So when I thought I would do the design, I thought I'm going to make it a more simple shape. And I struggled with how to make a more simple shape for this. And I think I was down here one Sunday afternoon mm-hmm. and I just said, I give up. I am just going to commit to the shape that I've already done, because I think that's how it looks best. Mm-hmm. And then we'll just have to do a tutorial. And it's not difficult if you have flat finished anything round or oval mm-hmm. or heck, even a square. You will be able to do this. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you'll have the full tutorial with pictures to walk you through it. Now you'll notice I did do a few different finishes. I did not do cording on that. I did do cording on these, and I will do it on everything in the series. And then I just did the little wool felt ball at the top. I'm sorry, the bat is just so much cuter.
Now there's 3 in each one.
Right.
Right. And each one has the same shape.
Yes. Yeah.
So it'll be a set of 3 of this shape, a set of 3 of...
And then a set of 3 of that shape. Okay. So, so this is the first one out. And as you can see, what I did is I just designed these 3, and I could have just put these 3 together, but you know, my brain just doesn't work that way. Sorry, it just doesn't. So what I decided to do was split them up. All right. And then obviously I came up with a couple more designs to accompany. That's when I came up with the Hocus Pocus and the Toil and Trouble. So really, this is very similar. Well, I think it's maybe different linen, but other than that, it's all the same colors. And so I did that same thing for the next 2 charts, which will come out later. And so this one is called Signs of the Season. So you know how do you know when it's Halloween? You look at the signs. This one, okay, so you'll see this again. This is Shriek, Eek, Squeak. It's got 2 companions finished in the same shape, like you said. And we're calling this one Rhyme Time. So you kind of have an idea of what's going to follow. They're very fun. And then this one is going to be Witch's Pantry. Because, you know, I mean, every witch has to keep her ingredients someplace, right? For all her spells. This one says, got my eyes on you. So anyway, they're going to be lots of fun. 32 count, like I said, this is 32 count charcoal Belfast, and then 32 count gray Weeks Dye Works. And those are all Weeks Dye Works threads. The others are Classic Colorworks with 1 Weeks Dye Works. The gray is Weeks Dye Works. And just a lot of fun. Have your shop order the bats as well. I think they're selling them in packages of 9. So you just need 1 pack and you get all 9.
Right.
They stitch very quickly and they're just fun. And I can't wait to see how people do their own colors and whatnot. It's just always fun to see. Now, normally I do a series like 1 this month, 1 the next month, 1 the following month. That's not happening this time. Thank goodness there are no rules to how we do this. We just wing everything. But the first one is coming out now. We have the Needlework Expo at the end of August, and that's when I was going to release chart number 2. And then we were going to release in September. Well, the whole calendar kind of got moved back a month just because that darn Memorial Day was so late. And I'm a little calendar challenged at times. And a few people understand what I mean when I say that. But so what we have decided to do is you get part 1 now, the Signs of the Season. And actually at Needlework Expo, we are going to release charts 2 and 3. So that way...
We ran out of calendar.
Well, that wasn't what I was going to say.
But that's...
But we wanted you to have them before...
Absolutely.
You know, you could have time to stitch them. You know, and maybe not all of them, but some of them. I don't know. But that's kind of the way that's what we're doing. That's our story, and we're sticking to it. Right?
That's exactly it.
Thank goodness I do not write the release schedule in pen. Because it's been changed a lot this year.
We couldn't afford the paper.
Nope. So anyway, so that is, let's show one last time. Okay. Everybody's probably like, get on with it. So they're just super fun, you know, and just meant to be nice. Now, these are the largest of the 3, obviously, but meant to hang on your Halloween tree. And I just think they'll be lots of fun.
Yeah. You
have a Halloween tree, right? Because if you don't have a Halloween tree, we need to stop right there. And you need to go get a Halloween tree.
Just one?
Shush. Anyway, okay, so lots of fun there. Okay, the next one, I'm so excited this one finally gets to release. It's called...
Which one?
That one, yep.
This right here?
If Pumpkins Could Fly. And again, another story behind this one. So it says, if pumpkins could fly up in the sky, I'd ride with you and shout out, Boo! This was actually released for a very small group last year. The gentleman at Garin Stitchery, or Garin Totten Bags at the time, but now they have Garin Stitchery, approached me at the last, was it the last one? The last
market?
Not market, but Galleria.
Galleria, that's right. Yep.
And they said, we'd love it if you would do something for our bag of the month. And I was thinking Frankenstein, and I'm like, you're the cat. And I was thinking Frankenstein. Okay, well, I can't say that I've ever designed a Frankenstein. Actually, that's not true. I have one, and with my old company. But I was like, Frankenstein. Okay, yeah, I'm game. I can do that. So he sent me the fabric once they found the fabric. Okay, you can put that down for a moment. And they have also, I mean, they do a lovely bag of the month club. And this is the bag I got. Look at this bag. It's so cool. They have their nice little label on there. And it opens up. Oh my gosh, look at that. It holds the big Q-snap, and it's awesome. And it's nicely padded, and it's
Frank's on there.
And okay, so this was the fabric. Lots of times when I do things like this, I'm like, do you have like inspiration fabric? So then I can kind of draw colors or themes or whatever. So I'm pretty sure the cat's joining us. Where's Frank? Oh, he's right there. He's in the plane. So I know Gary said he definitely he likes Frankenstein, because I've seen him stitch other Frankenstein. So I don't know if Ronnie does too or not, but he was like all about Frankenstein. So I got this fabric and I'm going, I love this fabric. But the thing that caught my eye, let's see if I can get a better shot at one. Okay, here it is. The helicopter pumpkin.
Yeah, that's right.
That's so cool. I love the helicopter pumpkin. And then of course, you have the hot air balloon and all that kind of stuff. That and I wrestled with this, and I don't know how much they know this. I wrestled with this, like, they want Frankenstein, but I'm thinking flying pumpkins. And so you can kind of see where this started going. And sometimes when I wrote that verse, that if pumpkins could fly, sometimes I get words, like I get a rhythm of words stuck in my head, and it's like, if pumpkins could fly, if pumpkins could fly up in the sky, if pumpkins could fly up in, and it's just, that's kind of the way it happens for me sometimes. And so then I think I told you what the saying was, and you're like, you love it, you've got it. And I'm going, but it's not Frankenstein. They want Frankenstein.
Yep, we did have this discussion. I remember this. Yep.
So I went ahead with the design, and they got Frankenstein even so. So this is a little bonus design that comes in the chart. So Gary got his Frankenstein. Yay!
Yeah. It turned out so cool.
I know, I love it. I just kind of love how he's sort of, oh my gosh.
This is Ziza.
Oh my gosh, I don't know that she's ever come on camera before. They've had dinner, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You're on the peg. Maybe she'll stop meowing through the whole thing. Okay, yeah, no edits here, really. Okay, so we have somebody joining us. Okay. So so the ornament is included in the chart. So I want a couple things about this. So this did go out in their bag of the month last year. But now it's available for all. And there is I did a blog post a year ago, because, all right, in true form, I was running to the last minute, and I knew I wanted to frame this, and I couldn't get a ready-made frame that I thought looked good. And I had this frame. This was an oopsie frame, meaning I had ordered it for something, and either it was the wrong size, or I don't know, something was wrong. And I kept it back there because I thought, you just never know. And I love how it's rubbed, and it's really red back there, but from a distance, it's an orange red. So yeah, and that's kind of where, I'll get to that in a second. But there's a blog post where this was too small for the frame. So I thought, well, I can add some pretty fabric and of course, just a little bit of rickrack, and that's a lady dot rickrack. And I can, okay, thanks, make do with the frame. So I call that a make do finish. And I personally am very just tickled with how it turned out. And so sometimes if you have those frames, or you find like a frame in a flea market that's really cool or something, get it, because you never know. You can sometimes make it fit. So that's why, you know, with just a little bit of accent fabric. And I like it because it happens to be a large print fabric that you may not think about doing that in something like this, like a small piece of it. I will say I did kind of fussy cut this section so that I got a nice mix of the orange and the white print. But I just love the way it came out, and I can't wait to hang it up this year. And I think I did have it out last year too, which was kind of nice. And I had the little Frankie ornament on the tree too. And now you can see here, I've used the rickrack on this, and I've done a very similar finish to these guys. And I didn't do a I think I will do a template and put that on the website if you want this. But what my plan is, I thought this one would make a good FlossTube tutorial for like how I kind of get at my shaped templates, like how I come to this shape kind of thing. So I guess, so look for that here soon. I'll try and get that done here in the next couple weeks. But I want to say a huge shout out, number one, to Gary and Ronnie from Garin Stitchery, Garin Totten Bags. And thanks for the opportunity. It was fun to do. And I'm glad that, you know, I was able to kind of be creative with my words and yet give you what you wanted. And you know, the stitchers in the group really seem to like it. So I'm hoping now everybody gets a chance to really like it too. And they are also, Sunshine Stitchers is their FlossTube channel. So I'll put information below. So go check them out for sure. And I kind of mentioned this before. We were talking about this when with Grandma's Garden, how sorry, babe. I added some fabric here to make this work. And so I just kind of felt like it, you know, doing these kinds of make do finishes are just, I don't know, they're just fun. And you get a really pretty frame, but something that's very personal to you. So anyway, so that is If Pumpkins Could Fly. Pumpkins could fly high up in the sky. I'd ride with you and shout out. But it's good if I remembered my own words, isn't it? But anyway, so again, look for an upcoming tutorial about the shape, doing the shaped finish on the little Frankie ornament. And yeah, and here's a look at what the back looks like. Just fun fabrics, such pretty colors. And I can't remember, these might be Weeks Dye Works. I'm pretty sure they're Weeks Dye Works, and I'm thinking it's platinum, 32 count platinum linen is what it looks like. And let's see. And you guys know, when I do a hand-dyed floss, I always put a DMC conversion in. It's inside the chart, and it's the number in parentheses behind the name. Okay, so that's If Pumpkins Could Fly. And somebody, I love this cool fabric, and I was with a weekend with some friends stitching, and she said, you know that fabric comes in purple, right? And I'm like, no, I did not. So she sent me a swatch of it. Still love that flying pumpkin there, the pumpkin helicopter. There was actually, in some of the original sketches, I'm not gonna lie, there was a pumpkin helicopter.
There was a flying pumpkin in the prototype.
You know,
I believe it crashed.
You know, the funny thing, I just now even thought about that, is that's got the bats hanging, and this has the bats hanging. It's a batty fall for us.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, put that over there. Oh man, we do not practice this at all. Okay, so chart number 3, you're like, get on with it. It's going to be the second in the kitchen counter series. And you want to show, this was, I have a kitchen because it came at the house. Back when we were building the house, I found this saying, okay, because I mean, face it, we all know who likes to cook and who has to cook. Likes to, has to. I saw this saying, and when we were building the house, I joked with the architect. I'm like, do I have to have a kitchen? And she was like, yeah, you kind of should have a kitchen. And I just knew when I saw this saying, I'm like, no, someday I will be charting that.
And it truly was the inspiration for the whole series.
It was. It was. That's actually the first one that got designed.
Yep.
And I kind of did a funny thing. I usually release them in the order they get designed. And I didn't this time.
No.
I can't remember why we did that, but anyway. But yeah, so this, yeah, you're absolutely, I forgot about that. This one is the inspiration. So I'm hoping you're enjoying this series. I've seen a lot of you stitching it that have said, you know, I'm giving it as a gift for my mom. It goes with her kitchen, or my daughter, or whatever. And then of course, you know, okay, don't forget the blog post shows you how I got that fun, cool frame. That's a honeywood frame, where you can kind of see the shadow, the bright, you know, shiny dots on there. I wanted something with a little texture, but also nothing that was like too in your face. Lots of fun. So
it's very subtle.
Yeah. It's a subtle red. But and then, you know, with this one, you're getting a bonus chart called Measure Up. And you got the first part, you got like this part in the first chart. Now you're getting this, and then I'm not going to be sneaky about this one. This is what the whole thing looks like. So this will come in the final chart, which will come out at the end of August at Needlework Expo. So I hope you're having fun with this series. It's kind of like the kitchen version of the laundry room. And that's one I've just seen so many different color renditions, and that one actually hangs in our laundry room. And the funny thing about that one is there was one of those was like the key saying, and I wanted to chart it forever. And it was the inspiration for that series. Yep. So 3 releases. Shops are taking orders now. Lots of shops are taking pre-orders. You can always find a list of the shops that order directly from me on the website. Right. Anything else on the website we need to...
Shop deadline Monday?
Yes, they're for pre-orders. They're going to be letting me know by Monday. And then we start, by the time we invoice and pull and pack, Thursday is when they'll be hitting the mail. So not long after that.
It's a busy week.
It is a busy week. They're all busy weeks.
That's okay.
But anyway, I hope everybody had a good 4th of July. Our kiddos were here and we had a lot of fun, and I didn't step foot in the studio all weekend, I think.
Nope.
It was amazing. Lots of fun. So let's see, look at the list. Anything else on the list? Okay. I did want to mention, before we close, and thank you for sticking with us this long. You know, it's of course been all over the internet this week that we lost Barb Adams from Blackbird Designs. And I did want to take a moment to just kind of acknowledge that and just say, you know, we've lost someone who, was a very bright light in the industry, who just, you know, I don't know, I had some thoughts of what I was going to say, but they all kind of flew out of my head as soon as I started mentioning it. I can't say that I've enjoyed reading people's stories and seeing their pictures online of, you know, memories that they've had from classes that they've taken. That's been really kind of neat. Or, Blackbird designs that you've stitched. I think the world of them, and my condolences. Our condolences go out to Barb's family, her, you know, sisters, brothers, nephews, nieces, everybody, as well as Alma. And I can only hope that someday, you know, I can say that I've made as big an impression in the market and the industry as they have. So
quite the influence.
So anyway, that's a great word for it. Anyway, I don't know why I'm getting choked up, but it was a very sad thing. So. But anyway, so I think, should we end now? Have one final cheer. You're empty. I'm not. I have to catch up.
It's not a race.
No, not when I'm drinking tequila.
We'll just stop there.
Yeah, I think we should. But anyway, so part of the reason, I guess I want to say a big thank you, is part of the reason why we are so busy in the studio packing kits and whatnot is because of Stitchers. And we really appreciate that.
The support's amazing.
Yeah. And I look forward to getting back to live events like next weekend. So I hope that we are able to see somebody.
Blue Earth, Galleria, Silver Needle in November.
Yep.
I mean, there's just getting out to see people.
Right.
It will be very nice.
Yeah. I'm super excited about Silver Needle. That's a 2-day class and I'm teaching it twice, and it's going to be in her little she shed room, and it's going to be lots of fun. That one is sold out. So I know I have to get the website updated with what's going on for next year. I just...
At this point, it's still kind of flexible.
Yeah. I mean, it's full, but you know, because we do still have one class this fall that is Zoom in the Portland class. So for Acorns and Threads for the 25th anniversary, yay! I'm working on that piece. That's I'm teaching with Tracy Horner from Ink Circles and Beth from Summer House Stitchwork. So we've got a really fun piece for that too. So I look forward to seeing everybody on Zoom. But anyway, I think we should probably end here. What do you think?
I think we're good.
Well, thanks for sticking with us. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. You ready to go, Ziza? I think she wants to go. Okay, bye.